Columbia College, home of the Claim Jumpers. Columbia coming into this game 13-3 overall with a conference record of 1-1. They are 6-0 on their home court, looking to stay perfect on the season. The Reedley Tigers visiting with an overall record of 8-8, and they are perfect in conference. One of those three teams that are perfect, along with Fresno and COS. We'll see if the Reedley Tigers can come into this game, come into the Oak Pavilion, and take down the highly ranked Columbia College Claim Jumpers. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and this is NorCal Sports TV.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minter's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
Columbia College back at home for yet again another home game against the Reedley Tigers in conference play, the Central Valley Conference. This is the Minter's Tree Company pregame show. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and our NorCal Sports TV crew on hand. Producer Justin Flores, Cole Parkin, and Taylor Rector are camera guys. And once again, Levi Flores here joining you for the 17th game that Columbia will be playing this season. Their 3 losses have come to just recently to College of Sequoia's down at Porterfield House, a 79-65 loss. And in that game, they were without their star player, point guard, Caleb Chang, who unfortunately will not be joining the team for the rest of the season. But we wish him the best as he moves on to the higher levels, and I'm sure we won't hear the rest of him in the basketball realm. Along with that, that loss to College of Sequoia's COS played very, very well. Shout out to Coach Dallas Jensen, a great friend of Coach Hoyt's and NorCal Sports TV's. They played a great game, and we can't wait for them to come up here to the Oak Pavilion and play Columbia on their home court because they rarely ever lose in the Oak Pavilion. Coach Rob Hoyt's starting 5 for today is a little bit skewed because they don't have a few of their players, including Caleb Chang, of course, who will not be joining them. But Kobe Nunez, who had a 24-point game their last time here at home against West Hills Coalinga, not starting and not playing at all today. And along with him, Brennan White will be staying on the bench for yet another game. So his starting five will be Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, the sophomore, Ahmad Jeffries, Daniel Rico, the sophomore, and Marcus Sales, the center sophomore out of Fort Worth, Texas, who his name is coming up quite a bit in a lot of the junior colleges because of what he can do in the paint. For the Reedley Tigers, we have Jules Fox, Obadiah Curtis, Augie Villarreal, Josiah James, and Khalil Shivers. And Augie Villarreal, a late addition to the starting five. Luke Carl was supposed to start in his place, the freshman out of Sanger, and we know Sanger's high school basketball abilities here on NorCal Sports TV. They pop up quite a bit. So if you know of him and where he played, go to Sanger High School on NorCal Sports TV, and you can watch all of his past games there. But Augie Villarreal out of Reedley High School, one of the local players to the junior college, will be starting in his place for today's matchup. And two players that are not starting or not playing for the Tigers, will be Damon Jordan and Justin Parks. Justin Parks out of Bullard High School, 6'9" sophomore, and that's a lot of size that they could use against Marcus Sales, who only stands at 6'6", and Jordan Worthy, who stands at 6'7", because those guys, despite being a little bit smaller than the average center, they do a lot of dominant work, and they own that paint. Any paint that they go to on a court, it is theirs, and you do not mess with them there, because they will make you pay. And Justin Parks could have been that addition that forced the stops against them, but now being without them, their tallest players stand at 6'5". That's Jules Fox, Obadiah Curtis, who both of those players are guard and forward position, and that's what's labeled on the roster. Besides them, their next tallest player is 6'4", Mikhail Hoggett, a freshman out of Hoover High School in Fresno that isn't starting. So Jules Fox and Obadiah Curtis are going to be those two players that are having to step up against Marcus Sales and Jordan Worthy. Now, Coach Hoyt always tells me, and he'll tell you this too if you ask him, but if they give you something, they're taking something away. Now, if they take the big players down low, then they're going to give up three-point shooting. But if they take away that three-point shooting like we assume they're going to do with those guard players, well, Marcus Sales and Jordan Worthy are going to have a big night tonight, and I'd expect double digits from them. This has been the Minners Tree Company pregame show. Make sure to check out Minners Tree Company for all your tree cutting and grooming needs, especially with all the storms that have been in California, trees falling down. If you need somebody to take that tree away that's been a burden on your land, Minners Tree Company is the place to call. Columbia College, Reedley College, Claim Jumpers versus Tigers. Reedley coming into this game, opponent's three-point percentage at 19th in the state. So they guard the three ball very heavily. 30% is what their opponents shoot from the three-point line, which is bad for Columbia, especially seeing their game against West Hills Coalinga just a few days ago. But good for Columbia that the opponent's field goal percentage in general is 67% in the state, which, remember, there's only 100 teams in the state of California. So being 67%, allowing so many open shots inside the paint, the key, and everywhere inside that arc is going to be good for Columbia, because we know Daniel Rico is a pop-up shooter. Ariane Harris, he's a forward. He can pop up inside, shoot from anywhere, and all the guard positions can drive in, make easy buckets. They just may not be able to shoot the three ball today because of that defense of Reedley. Along with that, 25th in steals per game and 31st in blocks per game for the Reedley Tigers. In Columbia, despite being super highly ranked, they are actually right now number 14 in the state based on the January 2nd CCC MBCA poll. They don't quite have the numbers per statewide overall. Their lowest number is turnovers per game. They're 13th, and that's only 12 turnovers per game, and that's why they do so well. They are low on turnovers, which means it's good for scoring and keeping the ball up. There's a miss by Ahmad Jeffries as the Tigers lead 2-0 in the first minute, and that score from the Tigers came to Khalil Shivers. Rebound deep to Ariane Harris, who will give it back up to Keyshawn Hall, starting in the place of the recently missed Caleb Chang. Marcus Sales underneath with an easy left hand. Gets the first points for the Claim Jumpers. Keyshawn Hall allows Obadiah Curtis to drive by, and the 14-footer goes out, and Ariane Harris strips down a rebound. Keyshawn Hall with a full head of steam stops inside the restricted area and lunges forward for an easy deuce and a nice kiss off the glass. Columbia still slightly rebuilding due to missing Caleb Chang, and now with Kobe Nunez not playing for today's game, most likely will be back on Saturday for their game against Merced, but that's away. Then they'll be at Porterville away, back at home January 21st against West Hills Lemoore. But without Kobe Nunez today and without Caleb Chang, the usual starter, they're basically third deep in their bag trying to find a replacement at the point guard position. And there he is, Marcus Sales, making him pay for it, cashing in the paint again. Keyshawn Hall and Ahmad Jeffries are the two unusual starters that are in the top five today for Columbia. And I'm hoping to see Elijah Yee and Jacob Casaretto get a little more playtime. Only 10 players available for Columbia, and those two local players from Sonora High School played together there for 4 years straight. Hope to see them on the Claim Jumper court like we did against West Hills Coalinga. Ariane Harris, defender on his hip, and he gets fouled at the rack. Here's Ariane Harris. You see number 33, Khalil Shivers, the 6-foot freshman out of North High School. He guarded Ariane Harris well, keeping it away from Harris's right hand, which forced him to dribble with the left. But what you have to do in that situation is still stay in front of the player. As soon as a defender gets on your hip, you basically have a free ride to the basket. So stay slightly in front, and then he wouldn't have that option to drive in. Few substitutions coming in, and we have Elijah Yee, Kai Jordan, and Parker Tuttle, the freshly entered three for the Claim Jumpers, who lead by 3. Kai Jordan batting down the ball, and the Reedley Tigers are able to get a rebound. Ball moving around the outside. Elijah Yee on defense made a stop on his first defensive possession, and Tuttle will get the rebound on his first time in today. Fast-paced movement of the Claim Jumper offense leads to a Yee three in the corner. Pulls up short. Harris rebound, attacks the basket, and gets it off the glass for another deuce. Ariane Harris with 3 total points. Ariane Harris played last year at Columbia, a great player, loved to shoot the 3 ball, and as he gained just 1 year of confidence and 1 year of playing, you can tell the differences that he made and what Coach Hoyt has been able to help him with, because his 3-point percentage went up immensely at 35.5% this year, 49% from the field this year, and a shooting average of 7 shots per game. And that just doesn't happen for any player. And Ariane Harris also averaging 9.3 points per game. But he's a large voice on this team. Whether he's scoring the ball, assisting, rebounding, stealing, he does it all for the Claim Jumpers. Tigers back on the move. They give it up. Tuttle pushes it through the paint. And then it's an open 3 for Khalil Shivers. Shivers, 5 of the 7 points for Reedley, and Parker Tuttle on the other end goes up with the hand, flicks it in. Daniel Rico and Ahmad Jeffrey set to come back in as Yee allows the drive. Ariane Harris comes over for the help, and another travel. Jules Fox underneath, and I called a Chabot basketball game here on NorCal Sports TV on Monday, and we saw that same situation where a player got caught up in the air, not knowing the defender was right there or whatever went through their mind. And first thing that pops up for me is leaving that behind in middle school. That's something that you never see in high school and never see in college, but that's the second time this week that I've witnessed this at such a high level. Ahmad Jeffries, catch and shoot, blocked by Shivers. Jeffries back down the lane, out to Kai Jordan, and he's clamped on the baseline. 10 to shoot for the Claim Jumpers. Parker Tuttle, the sharpshooter, gives it up to Rico and outside his hand as Rico is gliding his way towards the top of the court. Just a miscommunication as that Shivers block got inside. Didn't need to jump. He just knew it was coming and then got up on the ball and stuck his hand out there for a decent stop. Tuttle guarding out deep against Shivers. Got a help screen by number 23, Malik Kota. Wow. Jules Fox getting right inside, and no claim jumper fans like that one. The Reedley bench loved it. Ahmad Jeffries pays back with a shot for himself as now the Claim Jumpers lead 13-9. Parker Tuttle deflects another pass. This will stay Reedley basketball. We get that replay of Kai Jordan to Ahmad Jeffries, getting past 3 defenders, laying it up and in. So the Tigers need to get it off fast, and they do. 3 to shoot for the Tigers. Bounce pass, backdoor, and the rejection! Parker Tuttle, the right hand from behind, and Daniel Rico decides to take the turnover out of bounds rather than throwing it behind and giving a chance for somebody, but Parker Tuttle, no hesitation, 1-2 step and block. And Daniel Rico, you won't see a player do that nearly ever, but he grabbed the ball, looked behind him, didn't see a claim jumper, and said, I'm going to take the turnover on this, go out of bounds so that I don't throw it back to a Tiger, and they have a 5-on-4 play the other way. Kai Jordan, Parker Tuttle comes out here. Keyshawn Hall, Ariane Harris, Ahmad Jeffries, Marcus Sales, Daniel Rico. The 5 for Columbia. Shivers. Stopped by Rico. Needs to get the ball out and finally does to a man in motion. Down the gut and in for 2. Malik Kota, the freshman guard out of Lincoln High School. Lincoln High School having another great high school basketball season too. We've seen him a few times, or that team, a few times on NorCal Sports TV as well. Daniel Rico gets another turnover as that ball just slips out of his palms with butterfingers. Columbia hasn't scored in the last few minutes. Still looking for that bucket to get them through. Ahmad Jeffries was the last one to score. Shivers, guarded by Harris. Harris steps up. Shivers breezes by. Baseline and way too much muscle for a 2-foot shot. I'm sure coach is saying use the backboard next time. You're right there next to it. You can almost kiss it. Sales back down low and a foul on the ground. Marcus Sales draws the foul. You see the tip out. Sales calls for it right back. And Malik Kota called on the foul with a reach. Ahmad Jeffries makes his way back to the bench. And Jordan Worthy, they'll go double centers for Columbia and pound the big ball inside. Sales calls for it. Jordan Worthy on the opposite block, and Sales spins around. Makes it look easy and not even satisfied that he got 2 points. Shivers calling out the play, and Ariane Harris, the big defender that he is, staying close and forcing Shivers to pay attention to what he's doing rather than calling out the play and forcing the offense into their motion. There's Harris again. Stops the play. Sale, steal, pass up to Keyshawn Hall. He passes over to Jordan Worthy. Looked like he got away with a travel and gets it bounce for another claim jumper bucket. And Jordan Worthy gets called for the foul here. Josiah James was driving in, and Jordan Worthy, it looked like he possibly got all ball, but remember, it's all about the angles of the officials at the time the play is being drawn up. And Jordan Worthy, well, both hands went down on top. That's what the official sees, and that's what the call gets. Here's that replay. Keyshawn Hall, 1 against 3, and no look behind the back pass. I mean, how much more beautiful can a basketball play get? Didn't even turn his head. He said, I have a few defenders, and I know my teammates are chasing down behind me, so I'll give it to them. Rico finds Worthy at the high post. Gives it to Sales, a deeper shot than what he's used to. Good defense by Josiah James, 6'3" sophomore out of Hanford West High School. Making a stop on Marcus Sales, which we hardly ever see. And there's another foul and one for Malik Cota. He'll have a three-point play the old-fashioned way if he can connect from the charity stripe. Got Jordan Worthy off his feet. Not enough fast movement by the big 6'7" freshman center. Cota connects on the three-point play, and it makes it a 17-15 game. Cota with 5 points. Reedley bench down by 2 against the number 14 powerhouse of Columbia, knowing they have a chance, making a lot of noise on their bench as Parker Tuttle misses the three, follows up but misses. Now he has to earn his points from the free throw line. Parker Tuttle is one of those players. His frustration gets to him, and he'll be in here at the gym while everyone's greeting with their families, and he'll be putting up shots and keep shooting. We are halfway through the first, and Parker Tuttle attempts the most shots on the team at 8.5 per game on 32% shooting. Averages also the most three-point attempts per game as claim jumpers got a steal here, and Keyshawn Hall will go reverse, and the Tigers will now take the timeout. But a little more on Parker Tuttle. 6.3 attempts from three per game on average, 8.5 attempts from the field on average, and 8.5 points per game on average.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Claim jumpers get the steal. Keyshawn Hall goes reverse for another bucket, and it went from a 2-point game being 17-15 to Columbia going up by 6. And just possession after possession, you look at Columbia, and they never give up on plays. And today, with only being 10 players, now they only have 12 total on the roster that can play. But only having 10 players today being eligible, they're moving players in and out quite a bit, and we already saw Elijah Yee, who usually doesn't play until late second half, but getting in a few minutes very early on. Coach Hoyt is testing testing the waters, seeing a few different things and how they work with different players on the court as the Tigers get an easy deuce from Obadiah Curtis out of Edison High School. And everything has worked so far for Columbia, and we've seen this throughout the season too, where a team like Reedley, a team like Merced, just not necessarily lower level teams, but just don't have the record and don't have the stats to show for themselves. Columbia plays against these teams, and those opponents, they want to take down Columbia because they know that they're going to make it to the playoffs, and they have a chance to say, hey, we beat one of the top 10 teams in the state. So Reedley showing up like this, it may come to the second half to where Columbia really just starts dominating them because Reedley doesn't have the momentum and energy. Daniel Rico gets his first three of the game. And Daniel Rico, 38.5% from three, which is the highest three-point percentage for anyone who makes more than one per game. Caleb Chang used to have that record for Columbia, but once again, unfortunately, sad to say that he won't be with the team for the rest of the year. Daniel Rico back on the wing, calls over Parker Tuttle. Tuttle drives in, goes up, he's fouled. And that will go on number 14, Mikhail Hoggett. And watch this play. Daniel Rico, he moves inside. The help defense comes over, but he stepped right in his lane, and Parker Tuttle was already up in the air. You need to watch where you're going and stay out of the way of a driving player. And there is that reverse from the Tigers. Another beautiful play getting underneath. Knowing where you're at as well. Usually if you go on reverse, it's hard to see, especially when defenders are coming up big next to you. Knowing where he was at, going on the reverse, getting the spin, and dropping down. Parker Tuttle, one of the better free throw shooters, 86.4%. Averages 1.5 taken per game. Has already taken 4 today. Seven to shoot for Reedley, and it doesn't matter as it's Columbia basketball. Rico wants the screen. Jordan gives it to him, and then coast to coast, Parker Tuttle. 33-4-3. Parker Tuttle gives it the largest lead of the night at a 10-point advance. Matt Jeffries help defense over the top for Obadiah Curtis. Curtis now with 6 total points out of the 21 for Reedley. Marcus Sales outside the normal paint as Tuttle gets another handoff 3 and won't get the bounce. Daniel Rico not giving up, still fighting for that ball, and now the Tigers will go down, and here on the baseline is Josiah James, who gets fouled by Kai Jordan. Count the basket, and we'll have one more from the free throw line. Josiah James sticking with it. Kai Jordan, a little bit of movement, a body bump in the three-point play for the sophomore out of Hanford West High School. Marcus Sales fouled again. More free throws for the sophomore forward. Sales takes his time but misses the first, and we are just at the largest lead of 10 points, and the Tigers going back-to-back possessions scoring, and now it's down to 5. Sales hits the second, and as you'd expect from a a bigger player, Marcus Sales, from the free throw line, only 54%, but he averages 5 per game, and we talked about his dominance so often on NorCal Sports TV, and the more dominant you are, the more physical your opponents are going to be against you, and that's why he goes to the free throw line so often, and he averages the most free throw attempts per game. Daniel Rico picks this foul up on the outside defensive pressure against Obadiah Curtis. Rico, you see that right arm go in. If he kept that arm down towards his side, it would have just been a body bump, which probably wouldn't have been called, but trying to sneak that hand in there and poke the ball out, Daniel Rico has to be a little bit more careful. Only his first foul. Still, you don't want to see him get in foul trouble because as soon as one foul comes along, other fouls start rolling in as well. 6.5 to play in the first. Columbia 30, Reedley 24, as we have a foul on the side. I believe this goes on Kai Jordan for his second. And Kai Jordan, he was just closing the space, pushing that body in. But it was the off balance of the Tiger that forced the official to call that foul. Shivers moves against Sales. Sales making another good stop. Three ball from the corner. Too strong. Ball comes out. Did hit the rim, and they're going to allow this possession to play out as Marcus Sales got the ball before the shot clock violation. Ma Jeffries, dribble drive. Ball comes loose. Jeffries keeps it up to Harris on the outside, and he's fouled as Shivers flies into the body. Ball was tipped, so no travel, and then Ariane Harris, a great pump fake to get the defender up. Shivers went flying into the side of Harris, and that's a great job by Ariane Harris because you get that defender in the air, and if you don't shoot, well, he's going to pick up a foul, and that's only the first. But every time he picks up that foul, Shivers has shown himself so far. Each and every foul is going to be big against Reedley because they may have to bench him earlier than they'd want. Parker Tuttle hits another three, and now that's 12 total points for Parker Tuttle. He's the one showing up today. It was Nunez in the last game against West Hills Coalinga 4 days ago. But Parker Tuttle seems to be the player today. Tigers, top of the arc three, rebound for Coda. Coda. His shot misses and finally comes down to Keyshawn Hall. Can't get around the full court press, but it doesn't matter as now we have a 1-and-1, 7 fouls against the Reedley Tigers, which allows Keyshawn Hall to get a few free throws in on a 1-and-1 chance, and that was Malik Coda picking up foul number 2. Parker Tuttle. He doesn't need a lot of space, and so when you give him the space, he throws it in. 33-24, back to 9, and Keyshawn Hall with a 1-and-1. Two for two at the free throw line. Keyshawn Hall puts them both through the net. 83.9% from the free throw line and only averages 2 per game and 6.6 points per game. Shivers works on Harris. That's a great matchup to have. 15-footer, another miss by Curtis. Rebound, Tigers put back via Real. Four and a half to play now in the first. Harris driving, gives it up. Stolen by Villarreal, and he'll lead the fast break for Reedley. The give to the open Jules Fox. Trying to back down Sales. The give on the back door. Met at the rim by Sales. And another stop by the sophomore forward. Keyshawn Hall has a lane behind the back dribble. Now out to Harris. His three short again. Parker Tuttle, the primary defender, caught from behind And Obadiah Curtis adds another 2 for 8 total points. And wants to take the momentum into the half. Keyshawn Hall gets the call from Coach Rob Hoyt. Sales got past the defender but missed his attempt. Not something you want to see, a miss from your forward/center underneath the hoop as soon as he got past who was defending him. Shivers got inside and he scored that bucket, and it's back to 5 points. The peaks and valleys, as my good friend Lauren Goodman would say, it goes up and then it goes back down. It goes up and it goes back down. It just depends on how big those peaks are at certain times and how low the valleys are at those certain times as well. And right now Columbia seems to be in quite a big valley as they had a 10-point lead 3 times, but has once again given it up and allowed Shivers get an easy put-back tip. Ma Jeffries fakes, give out to Hall. Had an open 3, decided to go in instead. And a well-placed move, well-timed, and a great decision by the sophomore guard out of Las Vegas. Had an open 3, thought about it, hesitated. The defense went back on the side. Obadiah Curtis on the left of your screen he was defending Daniel Rico, and then he was coming over to help, but why leave a wide-open three-point shooter? Well, you don't. So he came back over, left an open lane, and Keyshawn Hall was able to take advantage, and no defender came out of the restricted area to defend him. So he had an open basket, and since they were in the restricted area, three-point play will be attempted, but unfortunately, Keyshawn Hall misses the free throw. (37-30). Tigers plan to attack the basket and kick out to Villarreal. Jordan Worthy now into the game for Marcus Sales. Clamps this ball, defender on the ground, and Jordan Worthy will avoid landing on the Reedley Tiger as we have a foul on number 21, Josiah James. A little trip. And Jordan Worthy shooting 2 free throws. Say they may call this a 1-and-1. Quick substitution for the Tigers. As Jordan hits the first. We'd like to shout out the Columbia superfan, that is Charlie Clyde. He will be 91 years old on Monday. Columbia superfan talked to assistant coach Rick Francis and coach Rob Hoyt, and ever since they've been coaching here, Charlie Clyde has been here basically every single game. And 91 years old, Columbia superfan, happy birthday to you from Coach Rob Hoyt, Coach Francis, and NorCal Sports TV. Daniel Rico, that's a birthday 3 for you, Charlie Clyde. A drive, a bump of the body, and Coach Hoyt and all the claim jumpers in the stands and on the bench frustrated with the no call. Daniel Rico is set up for minutes down there. He set up camp. He was staying there since last night, and the officials didn't call the charge. Jeffries fouled at the rack, hit the deck, count the basket, and he gets up quick to shoot his free throw. And here's the replay of Ahmad Jeffries and the foul on Shivers, who picks up number 2. Once again, Charlie Clyde, 91 years young. Happy birthday from all the Claim Jumper fans, Claim Jumper staff, and of course, NorCal Sports TV. Love to see all the Claim Jumper fans. And if you're watching on NorCal Sports TV, you're a Claim Jumper fan, you could be like Charlie Clyde and be here at the Yoke Pavilion. Their next home game will be January 21st against West Hills Lemoore, and that will be the start of a 3-game stretch along with the game against Fresno and the rivalry in the Central Valley Conference against College's Sequoias January 28th. We need this place packed because they took a game away from us on January 4th, and we need to take the game back. January 28th, pack the pavilion for Claim Jumper basketball. 44-32 in the final minute of the first half. Tigers roll inside. Jordan Worthy get an easy rebound. It's a 12-point lead. It's the largest of the game. Hall calls out the play. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Hall pushes Jeffries down into the corner. Daniel Rico will fling the ball up for Jordan Worthy. A little bit too much power. And this ball stays Columbia with 6 seconds to shoot after the inbound and 19 seconds in total in the half. Quick substitution again for the Reedley Tigers. They'll put in Malik Cota, the freshman guard out of Lincoln. And Cota, highest field goal percentage on the team of Reedley, so I'm sure they're putting him in there just in case they have a last-second shot before the half. Block, Jeffries gets it off, it nearly goes through, hits the rim, and now the Tigers have 10 seconds for a final play. Cota calling for it, dribbles around, and the stop by Arion Harris, but it goes right back to the hands of the Tigers, who get a shot up, and Keyshawn Hall's last-second effort won't go down. But watch this play. Arion Harris, not even looking, reaches back with the left hand, makes the stop. What a beautiful block. But then the Tigers were able to get it back in control, put the shot up, and that's how we end the first half. With a 10-point lead, the Claim Jumpers 44, the Reedley Tigers 34. We'll be back with the last 20 minutes in a few minutes.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing. Chicken Ranch Casino. SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCSTV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual. Increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks. Guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness, strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
I went from grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
AbLocker, for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The AbLocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. AbLocker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions?
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
That's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Benton Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, Social Security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
You drove all the way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids, and also really foster his independence, meet new people. And I want to say one of the best things about this camp, this particular camp, is the ability to see the games live streamed on YouTube. It allows you to not be at camp, but also still participate in that particular part of camp. And so I thought that was really amazing. The announcers were great. The angles, the instant replay, it really made the kids feel special.
Would you bring Miles Little back up to camp?
For sure, 100%. And we're bringing friends. I think one of the wonderful things that I saw when I came to pick him up is how collegial, supportive the older boys are with the younger boys. And I think that is really heartening for me, because that's how I want my boy to be when he grows up. And so I think that he has some really great examples of really kind people on and off the court.
This broadcast has been brought to you by Columbia College Foundation, promoting quality higher education that enriches the academic, economic, and cultural life of our community. California Student Housing, Chicken Ranch Casino, SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. Minner's Tree Company, serving the Tuolumne County region for 20 years. The NCS-TV Summer Sleepaway Basketball Camp, 2 weeks returning for the summer of 2023. The Sonora Conference Center, 4 unique rooms available hourly or daily in downtown Sonora. The Jump Manual, increase your vertical jump 10 inches in 12 weeks, guaranteed. Claim your free download of Chapter 1 at projumptraining.com/free. Benton Roberson CPAs, full-service accounting firm serving clients throughout Tuolumne and Stanislaus counties. Justin Flores Productions, audio, video, and all your media needs. Check us out at floresprod.com. Body Cafe Handmade Soaps. Indulge yourself with luxurious and incredibly fragrant bars of handmade soaps. Check out our store at www.bodycafe.shop. Straight Sports, custom uniforms. Visit straightsports.com for more information. AbLocker Fitness. Strengthen your core and overall endurance. Visit ablockerfitness.com today.
From grabbing rim with like one hand. After 3 weeks of using this, I can flush down a dunk easily. Probably about 4 or 5 inches added onto my vertical jump.
SolarWorks, your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
AbLocker, for anybody, anytime, anywhere. Strengthen your core and improve overall endurance. Feel better about yourself. Set your own standard and eliminate the worry of wondering what to do about the task of core strengthening. It doesn't matter who or how old you may be. The AbLocker will meet you wherever you are physically to help you be more fit for life. AbLocker Fitness. Get locked in.
To learn more, go to ablockerfitness.com.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
Adriana, you are the love of my life. Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me?
Yes, Dave. Only if we can have Justin Flores Productions DJ our wedding.
Justin Flores Productions.
Justin Flores Productions. They have years of experience in radio and music, and their personalities make for the best experience.
Do they offer any other services?
Of course. Their slogan is audio, video, and all your media needs.
Okay.
Justin Flores Productions. Audio, video, and all your media needs. You're welcome, Dave. You're welcome.
"20 minutes down, 20 to play in the Oak Pavilion as the Columbia College Claim Jumpers just coming out of the locker room. No second half warm-up needed, I guess, for Rob Hoyt's team. The Reedley Tigers have been out here working on their shooting abilities for the past few minutes. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and through the first 20 minutes, what you have missed is 8 points from Obadiah Curtis, 9 from Malik Cota, and 8 from Khalil Shivers of the Reedley Tigers. And the only 3 that's been made in the game for the Reedley side is Khalil Shivers, and that was very early on in that first 20 minutes. Khalil Shivers, he's kind of leading this team right now despite only being behind Malik Cota by 1 point, but he has 2 fouls. He's a great defender in offense. He just has something else to him that he brings to the table that we don't really see in the other Tigers. For the Columbia College Claim Jumpers, leading the pack is Parker Tuttle with 2 threes. He has 12 total points, and he's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. When you're a deadly shooter, a lot of people want to get up on you, close the space, and try to block you, try to stop you just from shooting, and that's why he's been to the free throw line more than others. Like I said, 12 total points, 4 of 4 from 3, and 2 threes, and the entire team has 4 combined. The other 2 threes are Daniel Rico's total of 6 points, who also has 1 foul. Keyshawn Hall has 8 points, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Marcus Sales, 7 points, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and a few other extra points sprinkled throughout the roster. 44-34 is where we start the second half, as Shivers, guarded by Ariane Harris in the corner, looking up to be a great second half. And mentioned the peaks and valleys at the end of the first half, and Columbia ended on a peak. They were at a 12-point lead, and then it dropped down just by 1 bucket. But there's definitely been a lot of valleys as Ariane Harris gets called for the charge and argues with the official about something. We'll see if we can pinpoint it. Here's Ariane Harris, and looked like an offensive foul. Only Harris's first foul, and Harris 3 total points, one of them being from the free throw line. Backdoor pass poked away, and it remains Reedley basketball. When we look at the Reedley Tigers so far through the season, their first game against Modesto, they won 72-56, and then Chabot College very early on in the season was very highly ranked, and they were a well put together team, and Reedley lost to Chabot 90-66. Now what happened from there? There was a 4-game stretch, and all of those 4 games were decided by 5 points or less, and in those games they are 1-3 record. They lost to Alameda by 3 points. They lost to Ohlone College by 5. They beat Bakersfield by 4 points, and then they lost to Monterey Peninsula by 4 points. So a 4-game stretch, back to back to back to back, and they went in a 1-3 record in those close games. So Reedley, they could have an extra 4 wins on their overall record, but just falling short in 3 of those. Ariane Harris gets a man on the ground, and Marcus Sales gets a man to jump. And then we have a foul on the rebound. I believe that's Marcus Sales picking up another foul. That's going to be his first. There's the 3 earlier from the corner. Along with those games from Reedley, they played Las Positas on December 1st, and Las Positas, another great team. Reedley actually gave them a challenge. Reedley only lost by 10 points, and you say, hey, they lost and it was by 10 points, but Las Positas is also up in those rankings and a very tough team to play against, as Ariane Harris catches the lob but doesn't finish. Ball out to Rico, now to Harris. They'll move the offense with 20 on the shot clock. Sales misses again with a bad bounce, and a rebound to Jules Fox. Sales stops the man, forces him to stop way outside, and another three is launched by Shivers, which won't go. And then the denial from behind as Sales foul-less in the first half, but picks up 2 in the opening 2.5 minutes of the second. Here's the replay. Keyshawn Hall putting it up, and Josiah James undercut him a little bit, but Ariane Harris just didn't quite have enough hop to get to the 10th level, as he'll now go to the bench along with Marcus Sales, which means Jordan Worthy and Parker Tuttle come back in the game. (44-39). Here's Keyshawn Hall. Dribble handoff to Ahmad Jeffries. Now Parker Tuttle, the leading scorer, backs down, and a foul on Jules Fox, who grabbed him around the waist. Tuttle bowling down inside. And it was both hands for Jules Fox. His left arm was around the waist of Tuttle, and the right arm came across the forearms. Free throws go 1 of 2, and Parker Tuttle missing that first one was the only free throw he has missed today, so now he is 5 of 6 in the game. And Tuttle picks up foul 2. Josiah James out with 2 hands on his side. Actually, it was that reach around with the right arm. Shivers uses the handles against Jeffries, pushes down on the waist. Now here's James, left hand roll, no, poked out. Keyshawn Hall, fast break for the claim jumpers. Worthy on his left side, bounce pass, the give, and deflected. Obadiah Curtis, the chase down, and stop Jordan Worthy, the 6'7" center of Columbia. The wraparound, and Rico rebound. Tiger on the ground, a 5-on-4 fast break. Keyshawn Hall will give it back up to Tuttle. Now to Rico. Rico, 3. Yes, no! Rattles out the in and out and has the oohs and the ahs from the claim jumper crowd. Deep 2 ball for Jules Fox, and then the timeout called from Coach Rob Hoyt. 45-41, the Reedley Tigers making a pull at a lead.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy. Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with 0 money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half.
If you're on social media, you can follow us at NorCal Sports TV, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the socials. But you can also follow Claim Jumper B-Ball on Instagram, and they'll give you things like this to tell you it's game day. And the two in the picture, Elijah E., Jacob Casaretto, lifelong friends, played at Sonora High School, and they posted this on their Instagram today. Not only is it game day, but a little reminiscence of when they were younger in the Claim Jumper stands. Elijah E., Jacob Casaretto, from junior jumpers to real claim jumpers. 45-41, the claim jumpers lead by 4. They had a 12-point lead late in the first half, but now the Tigers have cut it down to 2 possessions. Tuttle, step back, 3 ball, good! Nothing but nylon for Parker Tuttle, the freshman forward out of Irvine. Coach Hoy called the timeout, one of the best teams with mid-game adjustments. They follow his lead, and they do it. Ahmad Jeffries, no, they're going to call the travel on Malik Cota. Ahmad Jeffries kind of bumped into his body, but Cota took an extra step before Jeffries got to him. And yeah, there it is again. Another one where he went up towards the basket, 2 feet lifted off the ground, and then came back down. Now that's the third time I've seen that in 4 days, and 2 in the same game. Got to get rid of that. A fresh body on the court for Reedley. Luke Carl, who was initially supposed to start, getting in the game for the Tigers. Kai Jordan flies it in to Marcus Sales, bumps it through, and then knocked out by Obadiah Curtis. Kai Jordan stops the lane, kick out. Carl drives around Tuttle. A lot of people want to travel, but the Tigers will still remain in possession. Call a foul on Marcus Sales. 3rd foul in 5 minutes. All 3 of his fouls once again coming in the second half as the inbound pass. Tried going through the legs of a claim jumper. Can never do that unless they have their back turned to you. Don't go in between the legs because, well, you see what happens. Harris poked out again. Jules Fox reaches into the cookie jar and comes out clean. Give baseline. Keyshawn Hall some defense along with Tuttle, and the floater from Malik Cota makes it back to a 5-point game, and Cota's in double-digit scoring with 11. Reedley Tigers, we talked about their steals per game, 25th in steals per game in the state, which is in the top quarter best teams in stealing, an average of 8.8 per game. Sales backing down, gives out. 5 to shoot for the claim jumpers. Tuttle pushes out, and an offensive foul as Tuttle hits another 3, but it's going to be called off due to the extension of the arm of Parker Tuttle. And that was a very, very good sell by Malik Cota, but there's not a doubt that he did push that arm away, but Cota didn't have to act like that. Three ball from the corner, a little short. Marcus Sales got a small fingertip on that to keep it away from Arion Harris accidentally. He was just going for the rebound, and Arion Harris could have had a breakaway shot. Here's another foul on the Tigers as we have a lot of substitutions coming on and off the court. Parker Tuttle, Keyshawn Hall, Arion Harris will go off. So the 5 on the court for Columbia will be Marcus Sales, Daniel Rico, Kai Jordan, Ahmad Jeffries, and actually Parker Tuttle stays on. Tuttle drives and lost it due to Shivers. A lot of claim jumper fans asking for the officials to blow the whistle. A few calls that may have not been called. The claim jumpers want to be. 3 ball from Jeffries, low arc, and it bounces out. Curtis trying to use his handles and pass the ball between 2 claim jumpers. And then the up-court pass overreaches Ahmad Jeffries. And another turnover for Columbia. Three ball again. The Tigers miss. And a foul on the rebound as Parker Tuttle looked like he possibly got hit. A wild leg flying up, and Parker Tuttle have to take a rest. (48-43). We know Columbia is a full game team where by the time the clock hits zero, as Daniel Rico goes in for an easy deuce, when the clock hits zero at the end of the second half, everybody's battery life should be drained to zero. And that's how Columbia plays. They go all out, they go all out, all out, all out. So by the time the game ends, they're at zero. And Columbia right now, well, they're not looking too hot, but their energy levels need to spike again. A few players on the side. They have Parker Tuttle, Keyshawn Hall, Jacob Casaretto, the only one not to enter today, Elijah Yee and Jordan Worthy on the bench, along with the 5 currently on the court. But with such a close game, Coach Hoyt knows who he needs to have on the court. So we have a travel again on the Tigers. And without some of these turnovers on traveling, double dribbles, and just unnecessary forced passes that got stolen, it would be probably a tie game, or Reedley may even have the lead if they were to just eliminate those from their game. They're taking too many chances with the basketball. Jeffries drives around. The circus reverse, Sales put back. Some contact and no whistles still. Kai Jordan has to be careful with the reach, not get called for another foul. He already has 2. Shivers moves around Jeffrey, spins around Harris. No foul, and Shivers gets the 2. Kai Jordan, the Ginobili Euro step, and the pass to Rico, who wasn't expecting it. And the turnover again on the travel. Rico just not expecting it there. Missed out, and then they called the travel on Luke Carl. Reedley had a wide open jam on the other side if they had it, but, well, got to not travel. Jordan drives, foul on a reach. Jules Fox, I believe, picks up foul number 3. Both teams huddling up because they both know they still have the chance at victory. And that was Jules Fox' 3rd foul. 6 fouls against Columbia, 4 against Reedley. Sales trying to back down, double team, gives it all the way out to Jeffries, looking for an open 3. Harris drives, and another foul. Ariane Harris will be shooting the 2 free throws. That last foul went on Malachi Hogg-Madden. At the half, which was 9 minutes, 30 seconds ago, It was 44-34. Columbia was leading, and they've only scored 7 points since then. So in 10 minutes' time, 7 points, which is very low for Columbia. And the Reedley Tigers, well, they've put up 11, so they're outscoring just by a few points. Those few points make all the difference, says Jeffries. Gets a rejection. Harris pushes down, a foul. And Ariane Harris some more free throws. Ma Jeffries' first block of the season on the home court. We'll get a nice replay of it here. Jeffries sets up with the left hand, denial, block number 1. Ariane Harris, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 66.7% from there, and 6 total points in the game. Shivers. Shivers trying to stay away from Ariane Harris as his defender. Been going at it all game, back and forth as the 3 ball misses again for Curtis. Jordan Worthy, rebound, and moving up is Kai Jordan, who easily breezes past Josiah James, and then the ball stripped out of the air. James loses, gives over to Carl. Carl fakes the 3, dish down low, baseline against Jordan. James trying to get past 3 claim jumpers. Now it's out to Shivers. Spins around the lane and stopped by Jordan Worthy. Pass up, Worthy. Poked out by Carl again, and the Tigers have quick hands. And now Hoyt will call a 30, and we'll be back in that same amount of time.
Minner's Tree Company. Contact us for all your tree service, lot clearing, and defensible space needs. Minner's Tree Company is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience serving Tuolumne County and surrounding areas. California licensed and fully insured. Check us out at minnerstreecompany.com or give us a call at 209-591-3747.
53-45, the Columbia College Claim Jumpers still holding on to their lead. This was one of the previous plays of the Claim Jumpers. Great ball movement, moving around, driving in, then fouled. Kai Jordan a little bit earlier losing the ball, and, well, Carl got called for a travel there, which negated a dunk on the other side. Now the Claim Jumpers, 8 points in the lead with 9 minutes to play. Rico launches his 3, tip back in. Harris even bumped from behind, doesn't mind the contact, and Ariane Harris, the sophomore player of Columbia, 8 total points for him. Ball poked out by Jeffries. Rico will lead it down the court, and this is an offensive foul on Daniel Rico. Posted up on the logo. Josiah James, guess he stopped in time. He got there. He took the hit, and Daniel Rico picks up foul number 2. This was the miss earlier by Rico, but Ariane Harris, well, rose up. Reedley Tigers definitely want this conference win. There's a roll in for Obadiah Curtis, but right now the Central Valley Conference standing, Reedley is tied for first along with Fresno and COS. Fresno plays today against West Hills Coalinga. COS plays today against West Hills Lemoore, and College of Sequoia is right now on an 8-game winning streak, and if Reedley were to win today, can still vie for that Central Valley title, but College of Sequoia can still lose games, Columbia can still lose games, and Fresno can still lose games. It's all about that overall record in the end and who does better in conference play. The Central Valley Conference will most likely send 2 teams to the playoffs this year, just based on what we've seen from the state. And those 2 teams most likely be the rivalry between College of Sequoias and Columbia. And that's why you need to be here on January 28th for that home game against College of Sequoias. COS won on their home court at Porterfield House, and Columbia needs to win here to make sure, just in case there's that tiebreaker down the stretch for who wins the conference. We want that next banner that says 2023 Conference Champions with Columbia on top of it. 57-47, Obadiah Curtis with another move inside, reaches with the right hand, the kiss off the glass, brings it back to single digits after Columbia had just made it into double. Harris takes the man baseline, and a foul on Obadiah Curtis. That's only his first. See that right arm reach in, and Harris just had enough speed to draw enough contact, and the official right on the baseline blow the whistle and call it. Ariane Harris gets one down. And knocks down both. Inbound pass, Reedley got it off in the nick of time. Here goes James, dishes it down, and the 2 points. Marcus Sales didn't want to contest and draw up another foul. He already has 3. They need him for the final 7 minutes. No contest, and now it's 59-51. Hall floats one up. Obadiah Curtis gets the board. Harris will be the last to touch it, so Reedley will throw in from their bench. Here's the replay. Marcus Sales made the stop on Josiah James, but didn't see that extra player on his right hip, and once again didn't want to draw the foul. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. 4th through 12th grade boys and girls. Register at norcalsportstv.com/camp. Register today. Get a little bit of a discount. 1 week in June, 1 week in July. A great time. Play multiple games per day. Great food, great counselors, and you may see even some of the claim jumpers as camp counselors. Actually, quite a few of the campers loved Ariane Harris, and they basically deemed him the best camp counselor of the 2022 camp, and hopefully he'll be returning, help some of the kids progress in their game. Deep 2 for Jules Fox, sophomore out of Lemoore High School. That's 11 points total for him. And it's back to a 6-point game. Claim jumpers need to start moving offensively. Sales, a lot of contact, and now count the basket. Sales was wondering where the foul was at, and it took the official a while to blow it. And Josiah James, a little bit of contact, and Marcus Sales, 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Now, next time we also have to ask him about his shoes because he has one green and one white. Mismatching colors like guacamole and sour cream. 10 total points for the forward Marcus Sales. Keyshawn Hall keeping Obadiah Curris behind half court until now. 62-53, 5.5 to play. Seven on the ticker. Gets a shot off in the corner. Splashes. Nothing but net for Jules Fox, and that leads us to another break with a score of 62-56. The Tigers won't get off the claim jumpers back. Columbia still wanting to strike gold.
Your trusted local solar installer. We are family owned and locally operated. We offer financing with zero money down and 0% interest. Own your solar system while cutting your energy costs in half. Call us today for a low-cost estimate and start saving. Or check us out online at www.solarworks.energy.
62-53. The claim jumper is perfect on their home court this season, and like they usually are, but Jules Fox knocking down this three has made it a closer game than what they would like in the second half. Columbia, like I said a little earlier, is about their battery life. They start with a full battery to start the game, and they just progressively go down. And at the end of the game, they want it to be at 0%. Give it your all on the court. But so far, Columbia, they're having the peaks and valleys where they take a rest to recharge the battery, but Coach Hoyt doesn't want that. They want their all the entirety of the time, and it could come down to this final 5 minutes where we've seen Columbia go on their largest runs. It could come down to this where Columbia could still win this game by 20, but it's in these final few minutes. Shivers gets around, gives it up. 3-ball, Jules Fox, short again. Parker Tuttle, Marcus Sales, Daniel Rico, Ariane Harris, and Keyshawn Hall. The 5 for Columbia as Keyshawn Hall isolated on the wing, then gives it to the elbow of Marcus Sales. Sales spins inside and a right-hand lay. Easy deuce, and it's back to 10 for Columbia. We've been at this point quite a few times. Columbia leading by 10. They need to keep it this way now. Not give any hope to Reedley as Shivers lost the handle, bounced off the heel, claim jumper basketball, and watch this move from Marcus Sales. A little spin, got 3 feet out, and a hook over the top. Easy points. Coach Hoyt calls out the play, then immediately switches it to something else. Sees something in the defense, may want to attack. Where's the weak spot? That's what he's looking at. Find the weak spot and hit it hard. Cross court, Tuttle, 3, fouled, and misses. Parker Tuttle able to get up, and he'll have a few free throws. Looked like Parker Tuttle may have hit his head a little bit on the way down. Watch the play again. Zone defense came down in the paint to help and left a wide open Parker Tuttle. And why leave the man who's been hitting all the threes open? Well, I don't know. Parker Tuttle looking for his teammates to give a high five to, and everyone's over talking to Coach Hoyt. Maybe it's the extra ghost that helping Columbia win this game, and throughout the season he's high-fiving. Tuttle goes 2 of 3 after missing the 3 and getting 3 attempts from the free throw line. 12-point lead, which is tied for the highest in the game. And Daniel Rico picks up foul number 3 in a transitional reach. Tried reaching in. It did look like he hit the ball, but it was an extra slap on the side that led to the whistle. And now that is the 8th foul on Columbia, which means that Reedley is in a 1-and-1. And there's 9 on Reedley, which means that Columbia is 1 foul away from having an automatic double bonus 2 shots. Shivers hitting his first means he gets another, and that puts Shivers at 10 total points. Khalil Shivers on average 11.6 points per game, but their highest scoring is Obadiah Curtis at 19.3. Currently, he's at 14 in the game. And Jules Fox averaging 10.8 points per game this season at 14 as well, as Marcus Sales catches the lob. And the Claim Jumpers fans, they want the highlights. Rico tossed it up, and Marcus Sales, it looked like just over the outstretched hands and couldn't really reel it back for a tomahawk dunk. But the fans, that's why they're in the crowd for the highlights. They want the wins. They want the dunks, as we have a block on Keyshawn Hall. Keyshawn Hall just wasn't quite set. He was in the right area to take the charge, but got to make sure you get there a half second sooner and then take the hit, too. If you brace too much, you're going to be moving. And if the officials see that movement from you bracing, then they'll most likely call the blocking call. (68-58). Reedley still trying to make the pull at a possible victory in the Oak Pavilion. Parker Tuttle. Great defense from the Tigers in that full court press. Nearly got a takeaway, but fast passes of Columbia. Good hand placement. Got him across. Keyshawn Hall, little sly on his layup with the left hand. Took a little too long to release it. Pull up from the elbow. Poe goes out. Keyshawn Hall, another rebound. It's all about time management now. 5 full possessions if the shot clock got taken down to zeros on each time. 7 on the ticker. 3 ball. Hall! Keyshawn Hall, the 3. Nothing but nylon to put a dagger in the back of the Tigers. That's 11 points for Keyshawn Hall. The 35.7 3-point percent shooter knocks it down in crunch time. Parker Tuttle gets called for a foul here as the Tiger hits the deck. That's Villarreal. And that's the 4th foul on Parker Tuttle. Quick substitution for Villarreal. Malik Cota will come in. And Cota, 4 fouls, 11 points. He was leading this team for most of the first half. Comes in the final 2 minutes. See if they can get 5 straight possessions in scoring. Try to tie it up or win it. Claim Jumpers once again with that time management. The Tigers are doing everything they can to reach in and get that ball back as Tuttle rises up. Hits the deck again, the 2nd time today he's been on the ground. And probably the 7th time he's been at the free throw line. Got clipped on the lower body with the legs of Jules Fox, who picks up his fourth foul. If you watch this again, watch the legs of Jules Fox, number 1. Oh, excuse me, this is going to be the 3 from Keyshawn Hall, which is a big pivotal point late in the second half. But then the legs of Jules Fox connect and collide with the feet of Parker Tuttle, which got him off his balance, put him horizontal in the air. Villarreal will come back in after taking a short rest. And Lachlan Modern, 6'1" freshman guard for the first time at a Scotch high school and his home state slash country of Melbourne, Australia. getting a few minutes today. And here he is now, Lachlan. Harris goes underneath, slips out of the hands of Marcus Sales again. And multiple times, he doesn't know what's wrong with himself. He keeps losing the grip. Keyshawn Hall, right-hand lay. 13 points for Keyshawn Hall and another well-rounded game for Columbia. Obadiah Curtis going to get another 2. And that will be a timeout for Reedley as we look at the final minute of play, 74-63. Claim Jumpers on top by 11, looking to finish in the Oak Pavilion.
Roberson CPA's passion is helping people achieve business success and financial independence. While we certainly provide traditional accounting services such as tax preparation, payroll, and bookkeeping, we also offer a variety of advisory services to help with business planning, social security decisions, income and asset growth, tax efficiency, and much more. Benton Roberson CPAs is here to help our clients achieve their goals through a generational relationship and wealth building. We hope to see you soon.
We had a 24-point game from Kobe Nunez in their last game against West Hills Coalinga, and he definitely rose to the occasion and stepped up for the team. And today, well, Parker Tuttle seems to be that player with 21 total points, and he came off the bench. He had 12 in the first half, 21 total now, and there's still a minute left to play. And I wanted to mention this specifically about Columbia because you look at a lot of other teams, kind of like Reedley. They have a player that scores 20 points on average and then 3 around 10, and everyone else is next to nothing. But for Columbia, they have a player that averages 11.2 points per game, and that's Marcus Sales, who's a center. They love to feed the big man. You look at all the other scoring, they have 2 players at 9 points per game, 1 at 8, but then other than that, it's about 6 points per game on average between the rest of the 8 players that are available for Columbia. So they're a very, very well-rounded team. As Marcus Sales gets another score there, 76-63, and that makes it 16 for Sales. But just on the season alone, they like to spread the ball, and Coach Hoyt says one player is going to get hot, maybe 2, and whoever it is, we don't care. We're just going to keep feeding him the ball until they take it away, and we're going to find the players. And Marcus Sales, two-handed jam, the daily dose of iron for Marcus Sales, puts the exclamation point at the end of the Oak Pavilion and says, this is our house, this is Claim Jumper basketball. And once again, another conference win for the Claim Jumpers as they will go 2-1 in conference play, and the Reedley Tigers will lose their first conference matchup against the number 14 in the state, Columbia College Claim Jumpers. Few seconds left, not going to back down, and Arion Harris right back into it. Flies, 2 hands for safety. Arion Harris giving the highlights to the fans just like they wanted. Parker Tuttle with 5 seconds left will hold the ball, give it to Keyshawn Hall, and that is game. It took to the final 2 minutes, and the Claim Jumpers get a standing ovation. 80-63 the final score, and Marcus Sales pinpoint jam, Arion Harris right behind them with another 17-point victory after being around 10 the entire game. We'll end with this. Arion Harris flies, takes off, 2 hands once more in the final 80-63. Once again, shout out to Charlie Clyde, the Columbia superfan. It's his 91st birthday on Monday, and I'd like to take a moment to send a shout out, happy birthday to our producer and my dad, Justin Flores. His birthday coming up in just a few days, and my mom, her birthday coming up on Friday as well. Part of the NorCal Sports TV crew. Wish him a happy birthday in the comments, and especially Charlie Clyde. Claim Jumpers 80, Reedley 63. Columbia will be home next on January 21st against West Hills Lemoore, and it'll start a 3-game home stint. West Hills Lemoore, Fresno, College of Sequoias back-to-back. Pack the pavilion for those 3 days. Until then, I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and I'll see you in the Oak Pavilion.